Anytime you want. We waited 2 minutes. We got to take this thing 7 o'clock, but we were late getting to do Lincoln. So we started late.
Yeah, better roll the wheels.
And you do it yourself.
That's how I did it. And then you put it back in the thing, you close it up, swell it, and then you put it, it's like, it's an old bag. So they have the doors.
Otherwise you have to pay.
Yes, I paid. I think I paid. Because I didn't have
It goes through your insurance, it's only so much. But if you say you're potentially exposed, then the state underwrites this is free. So it's like you're saying,
Server stops there.
I was able to buy
this time it's us first. Some things on Amazon.
no, you can sell it.
So it's pretty
Yeah, but I feel bad. You know, Yeah, otherwise it's like world class. Well,
Half of it is about the experience of learning how to live on your own, but that's not reality
she doesn't want to join.
But anyone like pizza? We're gonna start with
Hi, Sam. Not going on camera, but is the sound better here? Yeah. I'm just wondering if she's hearing like a lot of crackling noise or something rather than just. She said first when you
ask her to feedback.
ask her what?
Feedback outside. This is a test. The test of like the webcast stream and PA. Is it on?
That's right. That didn't go. Yeah, push the button.
There's a switch. You got to be right on it. Yep. This is a test. Test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. It's only a test. If this was a real emergency. Hello, Sam. How does it sound? Can you make out your name? Can you hear me?
She went for a second drink.
Can you hear me over the PA? I could be louder.
She says it's not the mic. It's probably.
This could be louder. Yeah. Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
She says it's no good. She said the first link was better. Will the first link still work?
No. No.
Third party to listen.
We're adjusting the volume, the output of the PA, and he's speaking through the mask. Hopefully they're enjoying the hors d'oeuvres.
He's got really
Fine entertainment. We are away from it. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, I'm staying close. I got a mask on. All right. So we've given ourselves a little bit more time past the 1900 hour start to get this right. We're hoping that the PA is feeding this web camera and the web stream is going out to all the other viewers outside. And I think we got the audio levels correct now. And since I'm up here, I'm going to go get my notes and we'll get started. All right, now the teleprompter. All right, good evening, members, racers, friends.
Sam says you sound like Darth Vader.
Sam, one of my daughter. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 edition of the Lloyd Harvey Aqua Racing Season Awards event. It's not a dinner, as you can see by the tiny plates in front of you. Say again?
It sounds like a bad cable.
Yeah.
Distorted.
All right, here we go.
You need the straight.
All right, how's this?
They sent them a second one.
Oh,
It's exactly the same?
Yeah.
Happy now?
It's clear.
All right, how we keep going? A lot of things have changed this season. The little plates in front of you is one example of the change. The smaller room, or the same size room with the smaller attendance. A lot of things testing our ability to get this done. My screen's my card. But before we get started, I'd like to recognize the club's flags, the club's directors, and past Commodores in attendance. Starting with Fleet Captain Nick Kowecki. Here's Commodore Jim Meister. Vice Commodore and organizer of this fine event, Art Kelly. Past Commodore Theo. Past Commodore Pete. Past Commodore Dave Willis. Past Commodore Chris Snyder. I think I got all of the past numbers in the room. And Director Larry Murphy. Director Frank Lanwick. And all the rest of you streaming this, welcome to the event tonight. Sir. I want to remind everybody of the guidelines for tonight's events. If you are sitting, you may keep your masks off. If you're standing and moving about, you must wear your masks. These are very strict rules, and if they're broken, the entire event can be stopped. So please, please comply. Everything will be brought to you at your tables, and there is no going too far. And I also want to recognize the hard work of the flags that this season to keep this safe and effective. I think we managed to have a lot of fun, especially on Friday nights. So thanks to Fleet Captain, Rear Commodore, and Vice for their work in getting ourselves to an abbreviated yet challenging season, the fruits of which are behind us here. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Fleet Captain Ed, and he can share with us his views on the season. Thank you.
Thank you, Commodore. All right. Bubble. There we go. No, there's no postponed flag for that. All right, so welcome everybody. We're here to celebrate the season that almost wasn't, right? Our 2020 racing season. And I want to share a few thoughts. First, I want to thank you all for your support this season. As some of you may or may not be aware, as Fleet Captain, there is a fairly comprehensive user guide that comes with the role. And those who have gone before me have diligently added everything to that, and I'm pretty proud of it. So when the January came along and I said, we got to do the calendar, where do I begin? I was directed, we're going to see calendar, it's right there. So I said, that's pretty good. So then when February came along and I needed the credentials for the Regatta Network, I reached out and I was again reminded of the book, and it's under C, credentials. So I felt pretty good when March came, and there was some new challenges to look under, and I checked under C, there was nothing. I checked under P. I even looked up global pandemic, and clearly there was nothing in that area. So I needed to rely on you, the membership team, to get through this. And more specifically, the Regatta Committee was hugely helpful in making things happen for us. And I want to recognize them tonight. June Kendrick. They don't want to talk to me. June Kendrick, I know you're out there. Charlie Powers, Rich Rebell, and Juan Kelly. Thank you. Together we were able to make the season possible. You're here. Now, as we reflect on the season, clearly it wasn't what we were expecting, right? It's not the season we wanted, but as sailors, we are uniquely qualified to take on the conditions that are ahead of us, right? And what do we do when we don't like the conditions? Come on, this is the interactive part. Keep going. Yeah, did someone say sue for redress? No, you don't do that. We don't do that. That's right. You adjust the sails. You let it in. You take them out. Change one, perhaps. And then if that doesn't work, you blame the bow guy, right? And you really can't hear you. So that's right. You adjust, and that's what we did. We adjusted. We made some adjustments, and we were able to preserve most of our sailing season. And particularly it was important for a year when there were few opportunities to get out. Sailing became very important, right? Friday night. Friday became the new Wednesday, right? Very competitive. Sometimes it was celebrated and even litigated well into the following week of what happened on that night. But we were able to, the 23 boats registered. We were getting 17 boats out on a Friday. That was just amazing. But by making adjustments, we were able to save our season. We were also able to protect our traditions, specifically some of our most historic races. And I believe that was something to be proud of and to celebrate tonight. That was the Lloyd's Trophy of 54 years, the Katrina Cup of 52 years, the Huntington Day Race, 126 years. We moved that one around a few times to get it in, and we were able to do that. We were even able to preserve the little brown jug. I know, come on, brown jug, I know. Even this year couldn't take that out. So by adjusting to the conditions, we were able to not only preserve the season, preserve our historic traditions, but most importantly, we were able to protect each other. And I believe, and I believe and I know that as we celebrate tonight and we look back on this year, looking out for each other is something that we'll be most proud of. So, thank you all.
Well done.
So let's get started here. And we're gonna begin with, you can't have races without race committee. Right, so race committee is very important. We had to make some adjustments around that. I was really delighted to see how many families were able to get out and do race committee together. Chris and I did a bunch of them. We did. What did we?
Including you.
Yeah. We did. Well, Chris and I did so many. We even learned we don't have to talk anymore, right? We just use flags around the house. Around the house, yeah. Right. What happens? We have to talk. Protest goes up, right? Something's going to take a little bit longer, postpone, need 3 minutes to get something started, prep, right? That works on that. The OCS has some uses. We'll get back to that one later on. But no, race committee, very important. I want to recognize some of the volunteers that had come out. Now we gave out the hats as as the race committee went along. If you did not get your hat, let me know. Even you out there, let me know. No, they're right there. See, right there. I'll bring them to your house later. We'll talk about why. The award for the longest postponement. I think we would get that, right? How long did you keep the fleet? 2 hours? You know, there. I don't know how you did it. It was fantastic. R. Kelly was able to did our Commodore Cup. Right, not only be able to run it, but take all of those pictures at the Linwood Mark. Fantastic job on that. The Kieran Larkin sent us all back into our sailing instructions to figure out what course D was. So that was kind of fun. Who else we got here? Charlie Powers had a great night. Charlie and his daughter Christine went out there, and they were able to slip in a race between 2 storms. Right? Do you remember that night? Mm-hmm. Right? The storm came through. They went out there. They set up, and they got us around. I think we went around once that night, and then they cleared up and got everybody home, which was a fantastic job on that. The Steve O'Reilly introduced us. I believe he did course C. Right? We had to go out to C is the one that. Ballet, yeah, again, had to dig into that. We had a number of Jimmy Meister. Introduced social distancing at the committee vote. We didn't race that night. We just celebrated it and stayed away from it. As we put some buoy in the back. So you really like that? Somebody got little clubs, yeah. So you were watching that. I don't think there was a race that night. There was a race. Mary Ellen Rothberg, they came out. Charlie and Mary Ellen came out in their own boat. Was able to get the what was it? The lighthouse race out, right? They looked like they were actually enjoying themselves out there, right? Charlie was taking a nap. The music was playing in the background. It was almost a date, except there was a whole lot of third wheels and boats coming around, right? And they did a great job trying to sort out the blue boats coming in at night in the dark. So that was fantastic on that. Theo and his son were out there, did a fantastic job. You got a hat, right? I was protested if I don't have a hat on. We'll put them up. Frank Loudwick, where are you, Frank? Frank and Patty were out there taking care of business. And Bill Maher. Bill's not here tonight, but I want to recognize Bill actually did 6 races. So, yeah. Fantastic job, and he's been an invaluable resource helping me out. Taking the boat out, but also with managing races. So, thank you, Bill, if you're out there. All right, so how about some awards? We got the season set. We got race committee. How about some awards? And we're going to start off with the summer series. Albeit abbreviated in the J105 division. Let's hear it for Dave Willis and Solution. I'm surprised. I really don't know. You get to pick out whatever you want. You can pick out whatever you want on table one. No, I agree. Oh, you think you're coming back? Steve, look at that. Hey. Look at that. See that? Whoa. In the asymmetrical first place, surprise 3, Misaki. And I don't think Misaki is here tonight. And finally, in the Jam division, Jam got very competitive. And in first place, we have Encore's Arnie Lester. Arnie, are you here? Okay. Second place, Pied Piper, Bob Storm. And third place in Jam, we have Brilliant, Skipper Kelly. Nice job, fantastic, I'm sorry. Okay, and for the best overall spin at the yacht for the summer series, we have Solution, Dave Willis. Might have to bring help for this.
Wow, very nice.
Wow.
Very nice. All right, I am going to.
You have to get that one back at the end of the year.
I'm going to now yield the rest of my time. I'm done here. No, you haven't had enough. Who's next? Lee, you're next.
Already?
Who's that? Yes. I don't know.
We didn't have a race till August or something like that.
It's that kind of year.
Well, as many of you know, as a past Commodore, I was actually the first crazy woman to say yes, being Commodore. So in that, we had a race for nearly 20 years before I was Commodore for the women's skipper race. It never had a trophy. So therein, I decided to commission a trophy for the women's skipper. This year we had the most beautiful day we've probably ever had. Not too much wind, not enough wind. We didn't do the crazy little lazy triangle. We actually ran real races like everybody. Now the only rule in this race is that you have a women's skipper. You can have anybody else's crew. So therefore, it shouldn't be scary. You have plenty of crew that knows what they're doing, they've been doing it, and we welcome everybody. We had everything from Macomb Super Race boats, J105s, and we had cruising boats and Catalinas. It was beautiful. We had youngsters, we had not oldsters, but those of us with experience. So it was actually probably the best women's skipper race we've had in a long time, because we've really brought it up to par. We had the most beautiful day, and let's just call it a steady 10 to 12 from the west. We had 8 boats. We got 3 races in a triangle. It was a reaching leg, windward, reaching. And there were wonderful tactics because it was a little bit skewed. And as you came around the windward mark, you had some major choices to do. And at some points, you could pass 1 million boats, if not, well, maybe not 1 million, but ended up being a true competitive day. 3 different boats got bullets, Ataraxis, Wild Blue, and Good Attack, making it for a very close contest. In the end, we had 3rd place, Allison Reichel, driving the Scapegoat. Do I get an assistant too? I got 5. Now, third place, mind you, if I had been a little more aggressive and didn't let the other person pass me, it would have been me. Instead, I ended up fifth. It was also a tie. So, in fourth place was never settled. But in third place, oh, we did that already. We did some. But anyway, that's how you ended up in third place. So that's great. In first place, I really want to especially thank this person. Not only did we get cruising boats and race boats, we got young and we got old, and the one who beat us all was Catherine Ladwick on Adirondacks. Thank you.
Bravo. Well done, Katie.
She was fearless.
Katie is in West Virginia at college, so she couldn't make this team.
And in the end, for anybody who hung around long enough to see it, we had the most beautiful sunset of the summer.
Yeah. The perpetual.
Oh, sorry. There's another award there for Catherine, because that's her keeper.
What, you want me to come to you?
What is the award?
This is the perpetual trophy.
The perpetual trophy is the one I awarded, or donated in my honor being the first woman Commodore. So it will carry on from name. At one point, I'd like to get my own name somewhere on there. It's very good, and thank you.
Frank, here's the key for it.
It's the other way.
Let's keep it.
The other way, Frank. Turn the camera.
Left, but I get that. Okay.
Okay.
You hear me in the back? I hope so. Thank you, Lee. That was very nice presentation. And we segue from the women's skipper, beautiful, elegant trophy to the Clash of the Champions. Clash of the Champions is the culmination of all the winners from the summer series. They come out and get together and have a race. This year there's only 2 guys, but they both get prizes. So, in second place was Strider in Corbin.
Right there.
Awesome, thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
Yay.
And next boat, you'll see is going to be awarded a lot of different prizes tonight. And ours was Ready to Rumble. And first place goes to Brilliant.
You have to put it on. Put it on. I like to wear it.
You can use a girl. It might be too short. There we go.
Art has a few other prizes that go along with that. Sign, cups. Where That's a fun race. Next race is dedicated to our fearless Commodore, Cesar. I believe he was out there racing, attempting. No, sometimes the Commodore doesn't always win, but In third place was none other than Solution, David Willis. Nice little picture frame. Second place goes to Liberty, Ronald Pryor. Not here. Ron has the Scholl draft 105, somehow got ahead of the folk hero Solution. But he didn't quite get ahead of the Scapegoat, who had first, and that's Jim Reichel. And Jim also is winner of the Commodore's Cup. It's a perpetual trophy. Jim had this last year. Yeah. Yeah, nice picture. That's nice. There you Okay, following the Commodore's Cup, we go into the Sunset Series. And this year we didn't have a lot of participants in the Sunset Series. And we had both Jam and ASIM trophies for first, second, and third. In third place in the Jam division, we have wrestler Christian Schneider.
Protest.
Yeah, that was OCS right there. But, here we go. Piper had second place. No, hang on, sorry. Back. Boncourse had second. He's not here, unfortunately. And then first place goes to Brilliant, Art Kelly. And we're on to the ASIM class. We didn't have a 105 class for the Sunset Series, so we mixed the ASIMs and the 105s together. They did dominate this series, but another small J-Bo, J80 came in third with Fiasco, Mariella Rockford. Mariella is not here to accept the award. And second place goes to Solution, David Willis. And it was a battle, that Sunset Series. You know, you had to participate in every race, and every race counted. And that's how Frank got it. Frank got first place at Araxis.
Right.
Good job, Frank. And Frank also gets the Sunset Trophy for best performance for a PHRF yacht in the Sunset Series. Yeah, that's the keeper. Nice. ready. Belt is off. Gonna have it on a little later tonight. All right.
All right. We have the Lloyd's Trophy race. As you know, this is, well, so Lloyd's Trophy race. In third place, we have Brian Kuhn Araya. Not here tonight. In second place is Brilliant. Brendan, would you come up? To me, we're people Lloyd's.
Yes, thank you.
No rehearsal. Thank you. Should be a second person. All right, Brendan, go sit down.
Hold on, Brendan.
I'm still smiling.
Which one do you have?
Can't leave it.
I'll give you these glasses. All right. All right. And the first place goes to Chris Schneider. We got the big trophy. All right, the big one goes with that as well.
Is there a keeper on Lloyd's?
That's the keeper. There's gonna be a little plastic one there too. Yeah.
Chris, good. Good plastic.
So the Lloyd's Trophy race is one of two races to qualify for the Huntington Bay Championship. Chris and I traded first and seconds in that. So it was a tie, but the tiebreaker went to Chris. Congratulations. And Huntington Bay Championship. All right. Now for the Friday Night Pursuit Series. As already commented, we had a whole lot of boats signed up to 17 boats on the line at a time. We've never seen this. It's often the cruising boats racing this event, but we had a lot of racers out there this year as well. Third place goes to Boncours, Marty Lesser. Second place goes to Brilliant, Art Kelly. This one's Kat. Come on up, Kat. And first place goes to Scapegoat, James Wright. There were like four of us that were on top of each other the entire time.
Yeah.
The wrong way. Even the, yes, we all went together the wrong way one night. Because that's where the race was. All right, next is the Huntington Lighthouse race. Long tradition on this one. We did finally have some music, even though it wasn't live. It was nice to have some music for that race. So in third place, come on back up, Jim, Scapegoat. place, Lunatic, Murphy. And in first place, Brilliant, R. Kelly, Ed Capano.
It's rigged, it's rigged.
It's rigged, let me tell you.
That's so beauty.
Very nice.
Stop the steal.
All right. Next is the Jan Ann Trophy, which is awarded to the best performance of cruising yacht in Lloyd Harbor racing events. We don't have a lot of racing, a lot of cruising boats come out. These are the guys with anchors hanging off the bow, 100 feet of chain in the bow locker, maybe refrigeration, macaron sails. What else goes with a cruising boat?
Barbecue.
Barbecue, solar, yeah, solar panels.
Radar.
Background sales.
Radar, there you go. So this year, the trophy goes to Athena, Chris Burke. They still an awful lot of races this year. Nice job. Oh, okay. It's in there.
It's there.
All right. Next is the Little Brown Jug. Best overall performance in that race, which usually if you don't buy bourbon at the beginning, I think Cesar, was that the tradition, the new tradition? In any event. In third place, Strider and Corcoran.
Our first time to win it.
There you go.
All right. Here we go. All right. Good job, team.
In second place, Five East, Princess. And now there's a little story. Kumatage won this race in 2018. In 2019, when I was putting the program together, I asked him to listen to this winner again. He said, no. I purposely did a couple extra circles so I wouldn't win it. That's what you said.
I'd like to do this.
So this year he won it again. So winner is Kumatage, Jim Meister, and I've noticed that Kumatage is now up for sale. Is that because it's so fast you can't not win the race? And you need a slower boat? All right, Chris, would you please do the honors?
I'll ask you, make sure you add something to it. Generally, people are pretty good about it.
For those of the tradition, the winner of the previous year gets to serve the winner of the current year some of the contents of the trophy,
It smells like maple syrup.
which some years has been a very nice bourbon, some years has been quite a mix of things, which is why people don't want to win it. It's also why I never even raced it.
We're gonna assume it's syrup.
Yeah, the alcohol is taken care of.
Alright, thank you. Wise for the moderation.
You know, it's the old,
something that's not on the program, the Katrina Cup. We have just the first place in that, and that goes to Rassel. Come on back up, Chris.
Good man.
No, I have to put Starburst in this one.
Hey,
Ah,
chocolate,
chocolate.
chocolate.
M&M's. Oh, yes, love you, regular.
Now, I want to go off script again here for just a moment. I think it was yesterday, YRA Long Island Sound announced their trophies for the year. So that's worth special mention. The Katana Fall Series went to Strider. Congratulations. We have trophies. Oh, yeah, you know that. YRA Trophy.
Oh, that's right.
The Katana Trophy, yes. And the Kings Point Trophy overall for the Jib and Maine boats for Long Island Sound, of course, goes to Rassel. So a very good showing for the Lake Harbor boats this year. And darn it, if one more boat in my division qualified, I would have got a third. But no hard feelings. Anyway.
Finally won the Gearbuster, second place also.
Oh, very good. Okay. I think that's it for me.
That's it. Is our celebrated Commodore
Yes. Mr. Commodore.
Cesar is going to award these special trophies. This is very special.
Like I said, it needs to be rehearsal.
Yeah, congratulations.
There, please.
Jimmy's gonna help. Switch glasses here. Spectacles. This spectacle. Okay. I'm gonna consult with Rear Commodore for a second. Okay, we consulted and we have a decision. We're gonna go in the order of the program. And we're gonna do the Huntington Boat of the Year first. Okay. Masking tape is off. It's visible now. This trophy is awarded to the yacht that shows overall dedication to and performance in racing in the Huntington Bay area. It honors a yacht and a skipper that display excellence through the whole racing season. And this year's Huntington Boat of the Year, presented by North Sails, goes to Brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Well done, Brilliant.
Yes.
This brings us to the last and most prestigious award of the season, as presented here tonight. And it's called the Renegade Trophy, and it is this beautiful painting. Is it a Leroy Neiman?
It's a Leroy Neiman.
Excellent. And we awarded that through a selection made by the board of the flags. The selection is based on nominations by racing skippers. So every year we ask the skippers, who is your most outstanding crew for the longest period of time?
Past Commodore Greg Lenica, commissioned the trophy.
Thank you, Lee. Past Commodore Greg Letica commissioned this beautiful trophy. His boat was named Renegade. Thank you.
Footnotes.
Footnotes, indeed. And so we receive the letters, we review them at board meetings, and we then cast some votes. And this year we cast some votes, and we have legal votes or what is it, uncontested ballots. Legal. And we can certify, based on this, the nominating skipper's letter that reads as follows. This individual has been a part of the crew for at least 12 years now, beginning when he was in high school. He spent his entire time on the bow, starting at the mast position and then taking ownership of the bow when the prior bowman, I almost read poor bowman, retired to the afterguard. God bless him. In his second year on the boat, he enjoyed it so much that he asked us to bring his sister along, who then sailed with us for quite a few years. He's seen it all now, so it's hard to phase him even with a last-minute cry of jibe set. He survived some broaches, never gone swimming, maybe had a little less success on the docks. This crew member has rarely missed a race over all these years. When he moved out east, almost an hour away, he drove out to join us every Wednesday and for weekend events as well. If our boat was not racing and a member of the crew was running a race committee, he was right there to help out. I think he has served as RC for at least 6 or 8 times in the last few years. While not a Lord Harbor activity, he also served on race committee in Mark boat for LHYC frostbiting all winter, which takes real commitment.
We need you tomorrow, dude.
For his commitment to sailing, especially in his contributions and dedication to Team Brilliant, the Renegade Trophy goes to Brendan Griffiths.
I'm smiling.
So that's it. I believe this concludes whatever Rear Commodore is going to say.
Thank you, sponsors. This is for YouTube. Thanks for sponsors.
Yes, I'm sure, Orestes.
Thank you, sponsors. Say that. Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you, Rear Commodore. This has been our rehearsal. You will be invited back here next week and we'll do it all over again on time. But as we wrap up here, I want to thank the flags, the directors, all the volunteers that made RCs possible, and also the sponsors of the Lord Harbor. You see them on the back of the program. We give them our business and they support us mightily. Compass Rose, Mike at Compass Rose. Tony's Marine. Find any part there that you might need. Brenton Marine Services, diver. He's probably on your boats every week. Chief, John Scott Jr. Total Dollar, Tommy Carroll. Willis Marine. Where would we be without the Willis? This concludes today's event, tonight's events. And a special thank you to Northport Yacht Club, Theo Novak Commodore, and Peter Dugan, manager. Tonight has been a very nice event. Everything was lovely. And I want to thank all of you for coming out.
Thank you.
What's up, Jerry?
Yes, there is.
There is, but
Maybe like you.
be a victim, Dan, of the crazy schedules that we have.
Oh, yeah.
So there's, as you know, there's all the charity regattas, and they may or may not have been coordinated enough. But Vice and Weir are talking about it, and they might be up here for a reprise on that. Or we might just add a little bit on.
There's no North Sales charity cup this year, sorry. One of the other trophies that was overlooked that we did actually prepare for the winner was Huntington Bay Championships, and that goes to Rascal Krishna. New tradition, you get to have that.
Oh, yeah. You gotta pour over the trophies. I'm gonna take it home just to annoy my wife.
Keep it at a day's office.
Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here.
No, they don't want
They posted it up.
We do have a few Friday night pursuit classes, if anybody wants to come and take one. I was in that Friday night pursuit and didn't get anything. We have a couple left. 20 or so. So that's what we have. I don't want to take them all with
There's one more.